This autumn is a special autumn because it isn't just a change in the seasons, it's a real change for what's happening on the plot with the rebuilding of our cottage. You can hear an update at the end of this video to see what's going on with the cottage and what is next, with some exciting news. Before that, I am going to reflect on why this is my favourite time of year. Autumn is my favourite time of year, but I never really stopped to ask myself why. Maybe it's the sense of change in the air, the leaves turning to gold and reds, or the colder air. As I look at the beauty around me, I remind myself of how glad I am to no longer live within a metropolitan jungle. Once I was in London, in a corporate job, but honestly, a year of that was enough because I could see no sunsets at all. Now I can see so many sunsets here in Scotland, especially in autumn. But this month means more than just sunsets to me. It's the month that, since I lived in London, I decided to make a change every October in my life. A time to reflect and look back. Take stock of life, of what's working and what's not. In the case of this project on the plot of rebuilding an old cottage that is crumbling and in ruin, this is the perfect time. But this year is particularly exciting because finally plans are coming into action and things are moving. The gold that filters through the garden, it kind of symbolizes the hope we feel ahead through what has been a very long winter for several years. A standstill of just watching and waiting for things to start happening. October has now ended and there's some exciting developments ahead. But this whole thing really is about the journey, about appreciating the small moments, the colours of the flowers in the garden developing since I planted them, at least the ones that are not eaten by bunnies. Autumn is also a time when I start to reflect. You start to reflect and look back and make plans or new resolutions ahead. And the saying that it's about the journey, not the destination, it is a cliche, but it makes a lot of sense, at least to me now. I'm approaching this with a new perspective of taking in the moments, of appreciating the slow organic growth and knowing that there will be a better result because of that, but it will also make it more of an enjoyable journey. I've had to learn patience, which is not my strong suit. You see, I think without appreciating the small moments, this wouldn't be possible. Mundane tasks like sorting out the stuff in the cottage to clear it away to make room for building work would be a lot more unpleasant if it wasn't such a beautiful autumn day and if we weren't just taking in the beautiful garden. And the theme really is clearing things away to make room for the new, like an autumn time. Because after 2 years of planning, going to be going ahead with some building work. Where there was once rubble and darkness, there is now light and strength. The perseverance is starting to pay off. But of course, there's so much more to go ahead. I used to like to detail my plans and ideas out and analyze them as a way to control things. Any gardener will tell you that there's an organic part of the process. There's a part of letting go. Before, I would have applied a work mindset to the plot, but now I see its futility. This is a space to get things done, yes, but organically, listening to both myself and the nature and the situation around me. I have a chronic illness that causes me fatigue and pain, for example. Taking breaks, changing up what I'm doing, it's been helping a lot. And also the sauna. But yes, you're correct. At the basic level, a building project requires an economic breakdown and ideally a timeline. Of course it does. But this is not about denying what needs to be done or the reality of things. It can be small things, little moments of flexibility. Some days it might just be listening to myself to see what I really can manage in that moment. I might choose to do some painting rather than something heavier involving lifting of stones or junk on the site. And when you give yourself rest, new ideas and solutions can come up. It can help with letting go of things that we can't control. So essentially, it's about relaxing into things and letting things happen organically. Let me give you a more concrete example. If we had pre-planned this and were not flexible about it, if it was all about speed, then the whole building would have been knocked down and replaced with some kind of new build. That is not what we wanted. Or many of the walls and the beams and the features, they would not be visible in the plan. It would be the most conventional, efficient method of renovation. But we want to do it right, we want to do this properly, and that can take time. And it takes a lot of patience. It's not just about if we have the materials, it's about if we have the energy ourselves in that moment. There might be times we have to delegate. We need to ask for help. I think this applies to many things because, to be honest, even we know we haven't always done things appropriately during this process, especially when things got on top of us and obstacles got in the way to try and prevent us from doing this, when it felt like others were trying to prevent this happening. Things got dismal at times, and we'll go into more detail on that on a podcast together soon. But we've learned from this. We've learned from looking back, like I like to do in autumn, in October. And we're using what we've learned to go ahead and apply it to what's coming next. It's about breaking down the old and planting the new. It's about rebuilding the ruined cottage. And this is perfectly represented in the demolition of the old wall next to the cottage. To not get too philosophical, let's go back to the building project, because this is an exciting time. Well, it's fantastic news that this is actually happening now.
Yes, and I have the heat pump scheduled for November to install.
Really? You didn't tell me that.
Yes, and if this one is complete, so if we completed the joists, so they do the main structural ones, but I will do to double up the rest of them, so just the simple jobs.
Yeah.
And if that one is done, the underfloor heating can be installed.
Amazing.
Then after that, if we have the new floor, we can do the insulating plaster as well. So
if we can figure it out how to do it.
No, yeah, so it's just the same how you done in the art studio.
But that looked a bit rough.
Yes, but you have like that many hours practiced since.
Yeah, true.
I think the last one that we done, it looked good.
Yeah. And then maybe for the autumn, we're now transitioning into autumn. We can have our wood burning stove set up.
Yeah.
Probably get this bit installed. I forgot what it's called.
I have it here.
Yeah, but we can enjoy some cozy times. Oh, here it is. The flute.
Yes, I think it's good.
Yeah. And this is a really good one, so we can enjoy it when the temperatures drop. And I can upcycle some furniture and we can sit around here on the fire and imagine it's actually finished.
Yeah.
It's just not, but it will get there.
I might be upgrading this for a one with an oven.
Me too. Maybe one day I can be an aga here.
Yeah. No.
This is the kitchenette area.
Yeah.
Maybe if I find a mini one, I might be able to convince you. Okay, never mind. Look at this view. This is where there's going to be a window, isn't there, from the kitchen?
Yes, the kitchen window.
And it's going to be looking out to this beautiful field. How amazing is that? It's so open now. Can't wait to see what it's like when this is also knocked down.
Yes. But we won't have window at the back.
Yeah.
But we will have to this direction and to that direction.
But maybe on the roof. Is there a window on the roof?
So yes, on the roof, but it's also to that direction because
Okay,
it's the
that's
tent
fine.
shape of the roof window.
So how far up does the extension come? If you can draw a line with your foot.
Yeah, so I think up to here.
Oh, fantastic. So it's about a metre away from the boundary.
Yeah, so we need to keep a meter because you only allowed to put up window if you have at least a meter away. But we were looking this angled view, so it's just a straight. So from this and the meter, so probably like this is the corner of the extension.
And it probably comes up to about here.
Yeah.
Is it about this forward?
Yes.
Oh, amazing. It's actually quite big.
Yes, I think it's a good size.
Yeah, it's quite large actually. It's like a whole other house. Or a granny annex.
You know, one of the main annex.
Yeah, I know. The grannex can come next
Yeah.
for your mum.
Yes, the cottage will be the guest area.